While some transfers are completely logical, others are just plain stupid. There was absolutely no justification for them to occur in the first place. Naturally, some people are more stupid than others. Now let's look at the 7 worst transfers from the previous 10 years. Alexis Sanchez to Manchester United is first. This one might win the prize for the worst trade in Premier League history. Mkhitaryan went the opposite way, as Alexis Sanchez switched from Arsenal to Manchester United. Before he left Arsenal, Alexis was having a wonderful time there. No wonder United agreed to pay him over £500,000 each week and perform a maestro-level reveal for him. However, the entire transfer ended up being a terrible decision. Sanchez is ultimately unable to establish himself at United. Poor numbers, only 5 goals in 45 appearances. And to be honest, many people knew that was a horrible idea before that transfer took place. United wasn't exactly progressing well. During this time, a more secure Man City were attempting to acquire Sanchez. However, he made the decision to pursue the money and see where it took him. A stupid move. The second is FE to Barcelona. This transfer was foolish on both sides. Coutinho could have easily stayed at Liverpool and established his legacy there. The £142 million that El Barcelona had available may have been preserved and used to bolster other areas of their team. They might have been able to prevent the humiliation they experienced at the hands of Liverpool in 2019. Ironically, Coutinho's best performance since leaving Liverpool came in another humiliation for Barcelona, the 8-2 loss to Bayern Munich in 20. This specific transfer was just so stupid and meaningless, and it was clearly motivated by Barcelona. Absolute despair. The biggest winners were easily livable, who were able to bolster their team with the millions from Barcelona. Hello, Alisson and VPVD. They ultimately won the Champions League. Third, a tribute to Manchester United. Di Maria is without a doubt a brilliant player, having won the World Cup, the Champions League, and numerous league championships. Although he is a true football great, his move to Man United was a very low point in his illustrious career. To put it another way, how does one transition from winning the Champions League with Real Madrid to battling for his life at Manchester United? Being the most expensive player ever signed by a British club at the time, many claimed he struggled as a result of the cost. But hey, we're talking about Di here. This guy won't succumb to pressure. It was only a foolish transfer. Just like Alexis Sanchez in Memphis in number 4, he might have succumbed to the curse of United's number 7, simply because Di Maria showed that the transfer was the issue and not him. After doing all of that, he went to PSG. Fourth, Memphis was sold to Manchester United for £25 million. He was a target for some of the top clubs in Europe, including PSG and Liverpool, as a result of his performances at PSG. The Dutchman, though, decided to join Manchester United. They were having trouble at the moment, so how did that turn out? He may have been motivated by the fact that the club's manager at the time was a fellow countryman, but that decision was incredibly stupid. By accepting the number 7 jersey, he just served to make matters worse for himself. He had plenty of time to revive his career after leaving Old Trafford thanks to his youth. Leonardo Bonucci to AC Milan, his item number 5. This transfer was amusing due to Bonucci moved to AC Milan, but why the devil even bothered? He was the center of the Juventus backline, and when they lost to Real Madrid in the 2017 Champions League final, he suddenly upped and went. Similar to the prodigal son from the Bible, Bonucci was not too proud to return to his people, who welcomed him with open arms. Given that he only stayed at AC Milan for 1 season before returning to Turin, Bono's sole goal at the club was probably just to score against Juventus and go. Also, keep in mind that Milan spent €42 million to acquire him. A month after signing him, they also promoted him to captain. We'll never really know why Monty did that. Drinkwater to Chelsea, number 6. Because Kant's transfer from Leicester to Chelsea went so well, Chelsea decided to repeat the same strategy a year later, but that decision turned out to be less than wise. Why this was such a poor decision, not many needs to be said. Football fans universally recognize Danny Drinkwater was among the worst transfers ever made in the Premier League. Grealish to Man City at position 7. Almost every football fan had some reservations when City announced that they had signed Grealish for $100 million. Why is Man City spending so much on Grealish when they already have a deep roster? We chose to wait despite the fact that it was illogical because, after all, Pepsi is a genius, right? He might be, but he did get it. Totally incorrect, I mean. 56 appearances and 7 goals. You can't possibly spend $100 million on an attacker for that. Many of us still have no idea why that transfer even took place in the first place. Many things could have gone a lot better for all parties and quite differently. Which of these 10 deals would you consider to be the most idiotic if that costly move to PSG in 2017 had simply never occurred? Please tell us in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to the channel. Additionally, enable the bell notification so you won't miss any new stuff. And we'll see you in the following one. Bye-bye.